I'm a trained speech and language therapist. So I worked clinically with people who'd had a stroke in the NHS. And I just had a lot of questions about why we're doing what we're doing and how we can make it more useful and effective. And when someone with jargon, speech and jargon aphasia comes to see you in clinic, it's really challenging to know what the right thing to do is to help these people. So that was really why I wanted to research this area. Jargon aphasia is an acquired language problem after stroke. So a stroke is when the blood supply to the brain is interrupted and it can cause lots of problems. In this language disorder, people have problems saying words that make sense. So when they go to say a word, lots of sounds come out that are jumbled up and it doesn't sound like a real word. And using some of the brain kind of imaging techniques that I've been using, so EEG, that's never been done before with this group of patients. So it's pretty novel in terms of how it's going to contribute to the overall field. The kind of key highlight for me was my first conference talk, which I delivered just at the start of my second year, basically. So it was an international conference on aphasia, and I got selected to give a platform presentation, which is a kind of 15-20 minute talk about a piece of work. And I was really nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to an international conference before, but it went really well. I really enjoyed giving the talk. I got loads of positive and interesting feedback and questions about my research, and it gave me a huge confidence boost. So I'd say the graduate school are just great in helping things go smoothly. So specifically for me, I took on this teaching job alongside my research. And when it came to changing to part-time and managing the finances and all of this, they were always responsive, on hand, helped me manage all the paperwork and everything needed just so I could do my job smoothly. And also the opportunity to kind of meet other researchers in the university is great. So they have lots of training courses for people here. So I've been going to a lot of those, so kind of research development training programs and just meeting people from different schools, which I might not necessarily get the chance to do. So I think my key piece of advice for people starting their PhD would be to try to work with some existing data or existing data sets as soon as possible, because not only will that give you experience in handling data, developing strategies for good data management and processing, but it will also give you the opportunity to submit conference talks and posters early on, to publish papers as soon as possible. And this is exactly what I did. So in my first year, I worked with quite a large existing data set, and that kind of fed into my conference talk, a publication in my second year. So that was a really nice way to kind of kickstart my academic career.